Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing a little Minnesota Twins franchise. It is MLB The Show 19. We are awaiting MLB The Show 20, and we'll transfer this franchise over to MLB The Show 20 as soon as it drops. All right, we're in game number 6 of year number 5 of this franchise, and we're taking on the Kansas City Royals. It's our first road trip of the year. We're at Kauffman Stadium. At the K, we're 3-2. The Royals come in at 3-4. Sonny Gray making his second start of the year. He got the win in his first outing, went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, and Joe Nelson will start for the Kansas City Royals. He's 0-1 on the season, an ERA of 9 in 5 innings. He gave up 8 hits as well. All right, let's get the first inning underway here in this first of a 3-game series on the road against Kansas City. It's the Royals' home opener, and with the bases loaded in the first inning, Eddie Rosario grounds to third. The Royals turn the double play, but 1 run does cross the plate. Rosario will not get an RBI for that one. It's 1-0 Twins in the middle of 1. We go to the bottom of the inning. Cole Calhoun, 7 for 28 so far on the year with a home run and 4 RBIs. Good start for him. With runners on second and third and 1 out, he's going to lift this one to center. Byron Buxton is there, getting ready to tag as a runner at third. Here comes the throw from Buxton. It is off the pitcher's mound and not in time, as we can't get the tag down. Salvador Perez at the plate for the Royals. Still bottom of the first inning with 2 outs, runner on first. This one's going to get past Nolan Arenado into left. Eddie Rosario's throw to the plate, and that one's not in time as well. The Royals go up 2-1 on Salvador Perez RBI single. End of the first inning, it's 2-1 KC. We move to the fourth now. Wilmer Flores, 455 average with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs on the season. Nobody on base with 1 out, a 2-0 count. And Flores lifts this one to left. Alex Gordon is going back, looking up at the track of the wall, and he cannot make the catch. He jumps for it, but it goes over his head into the bullpen. And that ties the game up. Wilmer Flores, 3rd home run of the year as he tags this one off Joe Nelson. And Wilmer Flores out to a great start with his new club, the Minnesota Twins. Middle of the 4th inning, we're all tied up at 2 apiece. We move on now. Bottom of the inning, George Aparicio, the center fielder for the Royals, still facing Sonny Gray. And Sonny Gray with the high fastball up and in, gets him to chase it. And at the end of 4, we're still tied up at 2. 5th inning. Runners on second and third with nobody out. Ground ball right side by, I believe that's Raymond Fuentes. And, oh man, we've got a mental error there, as the first baseman didn't know where to go with the baseball. That doesn't happen often, but it does give the Royals a run. They go up 3-2. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning now. Alex Gordon at the plate. Runner on third with 1 out. He's going to chop this one to the right side, and it will get another run across to Salvador Perez. Comes in to score. The Royals take the opener 4-2 in their season home opener. They improved to 4-4. We fall to 3-3. So Mariano Morales went 3 for 4 with a double for them. Raymond Fuentes went 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Salvi Perez went 2 for 4. Greg Doyle 3 for 3 with a double and a run scored for Kansas City. Wade Davis gets the save. All right, we move on to the second game of this 3-game series. Jose Barrios will take the hill. He's making his second start of the year, a 4.05 ERA. He got the win in his first start, went 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits. He's going to face Brent Honeywell, a one-time relief pitcher for the Royals, converted starter. He's 1-0 on the season with an ERA above 3. And we're going to get this one underway in the first inning. It's Eddie Rosario at the plate facing Honeywell. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Rosario lifts this one to right. It's going to get over the head of Aparicio. And one runner is going to be rounding third, heading to the plate. The other one will stop at third. And Eddie Rosario is in safely with a 1 RBI double to get Minnesota on the board first. Jace Peterson, 7 for 26 on the new year, with runners on second and third and 2 outs, and he's going to lift this one to short. Doyle can't come up with the catch. And another run will score. Miguel Sano crosses the plate. Jace Peterson with the RBI single. It's 2-0 Minnesota. As we jump out in the top of the first inning for the second straight game, we go to the bottom of the first. Eric Hosmer at the plate with a runner on third and one out facing Barrios. He chops it to the right side. Mario Calero has it on to Barrios, who will step on the bag. A run does come in to score, though. And just like the last game, the Royals score again in the bottom of the first. We can't get the shutdown inning at the end of one. It's 2-1 Minnesota. And we're going to end up with a little bit of a work stoppage here, as we have a rain delay. As we come back to game action, we have a new pitcher on the hill, Trevor May, taking over for Jose Barrios, whose day was shortened because of the rain delay. And Trevor May will be facing Brandon Drury with a runner on third and 2 outs. First pitch of the at-bat, Brandon Drury lines it up the middle for a base hit, and Kansas City will tie the game at 2.
The designated hitter.
Now we have, who is this guy? Aparicio. Aparicio lines it up the middle for a base hit. One runner will round third and come to the plate and score, and the center fielder for the Royals drives in another run. The Royals lead it 3-2 at the end of the fourth inning. We're going to move ahead now to the fifth. Here in game number 2 of this 3-game series, Trevor May still pitching. Cole Calhoun at the plate, and Calhoun chops it to the right side. Could be 2, and Jace Peterson airmails it into the outfield. One run will come in to score, making it 4-2. Another runner will move up to third, and Cole Calhoun will move into second. Jace Peterson with the error, and now we have Salvador Perez to contend with. With one out, he's going to hit it to the left side. Arenado fakes the throw to second, and then is able to throw Salvador Perez out, but another run comes in to score at the end of the fifth. Kansas City leads at 5-2. We move to the 8th. We are trying to avoid dropping the first 2 games of the series. Roberto Osuna in to face Eddie Rosario, who's 194 with a home run and 3 RBIs here in this young 2020 season. And Rosario chases the high cheese, strikes out swinging. And in the middle of the 8th, Kansas City leads 5-2. Roberto Osuna gets the job done. The Royals end up getting the win. Wade Davis comes on for the save. Eric Hosmer is your player of the game, 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Raymond Fuentes went 1 for 4 with a triple. Mariano Morales 1 for 4 with a run scored. And George Aparicio 1 for 3 with an RBI. Nolan Arenado 1 for 4 for us. Wilmer Flores 1 for 4. Sano with another 0 for 4 game. He is really struggling here in the early going. Game number 8. We are at 3-4. Looking to salvage the final game of this series, looking to claw our way back to 500. Jose De Leon, our third starter in the rotation, will take the hill. He's got a 3.38 ERA in 5 1/3 innings. And he'll face the big right-hander Ian Kennedy, who's got a 6.75 ERA. He's 0-1 on the year. Pitched 4 innings in his first start of the season. We go to the second inning to pick up the action here. This is Wilmer Flores at the plate. Runners on first and second. Flores is going to line it down the left field line. It's going to one-hop the wall. One runner is going to round third, head to the plate. Another one will end up at third. And Wilmer Flores is in with an RBI double. His 4th RBI of the season. Sorry, his 4th double of the season. My bad. 4th double of the season for Wilmer Flores. And now this is Francisco Cervelli. He's going to drive in another run with a ground ball to the left side. It's 2-0 in favor of the Twins as we get to the middle of the second inning. We move to inning number 3. Miguel Sano at the plate. You see his average at .062 with 2 home runs. He literally has 2 hits on the season. Both of them were home runs. And now he has a third. This one is into the gap. It's going to be a double most likely. A runner will round third, head to the plate. Here comes the relay. There's no throw. And Miguel Sano with an RBI double. It's 3-0 Minnesota in the third. Mario Calero comes to the plate now. .217 hitter so far this season. Has 3 RBIs. Chance for another one. He bloops this one into left. And it is caught out there in left by Raymond Fuentes. And that will save another run. Middle of the third. Minnesota 3, Kansas City nothing. We move to the 5th inning. This is Brandon Drury at the plate with 1 out and nobody on. Delivery from De Leon, and Drury drives this one to deep center field, going back of the track, looking up, it is gone. A solo shot for Brandon Drury makes it 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we will end the 5th with a 3-1 game. Minnesota leading, trying to salvage this final game of the series. Alex Gordon at the plate now with nobody on and 2 outs. Facing Jose De Leon. 68th pitch. Very economical game by Jose De Leon. And this one is going to be popped up on the right side by Alex Gordon. Mario Calero will squeeze it. And Jose De Leon gets through 7, giving up 5 hits and 1 run. And we move to the 8th here in this final game of the series. Shane Ashley. Guys, we have the highest rated bullpen in the major leagues, and we're not going to be afraid to use them this season. Despite the fact that Jose De Leon had not thrown all that many pitches, we bring in our bullpen anyway. Shane Ashley gets the strikeout. At the end of the 8th, it is 3-1 Minnesota. We move to the 9th now. Kevin Segrist on, looking for save number 3 on the season. He has 2 saves in 3 save opportunities. Salvador Perez will face him. With 2 outs, Salvador Perez drives it to left, and this game is over. Jose De Leon gets the win. Minnesota improves back to 500 at 4-4. And let's look at some of the stats from this ball game. Jose De Leon went 7 1/3, gave up 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 earned run allowed. Miguel Sano got a hit. He was 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Wilmer Flores was also 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Francisco Cervelli 1 for 3 with an RBI. Hosmer went 2 for 4. Mariano Morales 2 for 4 with a double. Brandon Drury 1 for 3 with a home run and an RBI for the Royals. All right, we'll look at standings and everything in next episode. We're still way early in the season, so we won't worry too much about standings till we get a little bit of separation between the teams. But we will look at them next episode. All right, that's it for this one. It's Minnesota Twins franchise on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.